out and handle paperwork out there. And he literally got up from his desk when he saw me and came out to the porch and shook my hand, and he said, you know, we appreciate how you're handling yourself, you know, things of that nature. There is an issue with a couple of things that happened here. I'm actually having a conversation with them tomorrow about that. So, you know, if we do something wrong, we need to fix it, and we'll do our best to fix it. So I have a conference call with them tomorrow, and so hopefully that will go well. They, again, guys, they're not going to play favorites. So, and I respect that. I don't want to be treated better than everybody else. I want everybody being treated equal. That's the whole point behind why we're doing this.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't want special rights. I want everybody to have the same rights. Every individual. That's why, you know, I was talking to a guy out here the other day, and he started off being very combative. And by the time he was through, I looked at him and I said, we're not that far apart, are we? And he said, no, we're really not. That's because we don't talk to each other. And so when we actually have conversations with people that we don't think are on our same page, they, you know what? They get to finding out that, well, they might not be on the same page as us, but if we're page 92, they're page 93, and at worst 94. All of us want freedom. All of us understand, you know, there's, of course, you're going to have the radicals on the left and the radicals on the right. That's actually, no, let me re-quote that. We're going to have radicals above and radicals below.
There you go.
They are neither left nor right. They are radical outside of the sphere of normalcy. So, that's what we need to do is you know. Now, if somebody is for democracy, they're not going to be anywhere near our page, because this is not a democracy. Our founding fathers could have started democracy had they have wanted to, right? They could have started any kind of government they wanted, but they started a republic. So that's what we want to retain, is a constitutional republic. So we've learned, you know, I told the guys that we're not professional protesters. He started laughing. I said, we're not. I said, we're learning as we go on this. That's, you know, there's things that, honestly, when I first came here, I'm a different man in a lot of ways. And I know you are too. We've all changed. We've all had changes in our hearts, in our attitudes, in our way of thinking. When I first came here, I was not going to get a permit. Like, I'm not asking for your permission to do this. But they broke me when they wanted us to get toilets.
Toilet headed.
So I had to get toilets, and so I got a permit. So anyway, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Oh, I need somebody who can volunteer to be at, actually 2 people would be better. Somebody that would go get the breakfast meal. They need to be there by 6 o'clock in the morning at Bunker Hill and bring it back to us. And then the evening meal, what time's the evening meal need to be picked up? Is it like 5 o'clock in the afternoon? 4 to 5? Okay. You'll do, which one do you want? The morning meal? All right, I got the morning meal covered. Who will do the evening meal? Don't swat at flies, man. You're volunteering, man. I saw a hand move. I'm like, okay.
It's almost like dinner.
It's like you're at an auction right now, whether you know it or not. You scratch your nose. You just bought it. So, anybody want to take the evening meal? All right. If one of you, so he's going to take the evening meal. If one of you cannot make it, let me know way in advance, or let Kentucky know way in advance, and that way we can align somebody else up to be a substitute. All right. That's cool. You will too. All right. So we got 2 committed, 2 backups. If something was to happen, things happen. You know. Thank you, and thanks to our substitutes as well. I think that's the only real thing I had to address. He needs to put a nickel on the needle. And all the young people went, huh? How many knows what a nickel on the needle means? Raise your hand. All right. Do you know what a nickel on the needle means?
33 or 45?
It's 33 and a half.
Right?
Or 45. What are you talking about? You don't know what this means. So anyway, that's it for the evening meeting. Let's stand and say a prayer and then the Pledge of Allegiance. Who wants to lead us in evening prayer? I will. All right. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, you want to lead in evening prayer? Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, he had a question.
Lord God, thank you for this wonderful day. Thank you for every good blessing that you've given to us. And continue to bless us around us. The truth that is being shared worldwide. The truth that is the emotions and the love that is behind it. Bless those, including our haters, that come against them. And we continue to ourselves with love and peace and independence with every single one of our souls. Continue to press forward with Lord that is against Satan, Lord God. Protect us from all the evil that comes against us from Satan.
Amen. All right. Take a flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Freedom!
Rock.
They're going after anarchy right now.
Glad you're here, sir.
Absolutely.
Hey, Santa.
Ah, look at they got it. We don't want to wear it out. Beelining it straight for I would like to see her here. Try to come up here. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
And get out here.
We're not here to walk, and we know that. We can't provide mental health services to this.
Who had the bullhorn?
Stop toxic families, Oriole! You're a piece of shit! Stop toxic families! We're gonna box the ball here!
Oh, he's over there.
We have the police on site right now. They seem to be more enforced.
Here she comes.
Officer!
Remind,
Coming in closer.
remind, do not engage, guys. Do not engage.
And someone, mom and dad, tell them to watch and lock the door because Oriole's boxing on you. You're a piece of shit, Oriole. You're the biggest piece of shit.
Hey guys,
Piece of shit out there.
let's just hang out a while.
What kind of weapon do you have, Oriole? You
just hang out.
got a person 4 days in a row? Is that assault on White House not enough last night? Was that assault on me not enough? Stop doxing people. I had to call my mom and dad and tell them you're a piece of shit. We're gonna dox the doxers. You're a piece of shit. Stop protecting the market. We know Marcus is there. You're a piece of shit. Put the horn down, you piece of shit.
Guys, come
You're
on
the
around.
biggest piece of shit out there.
Come on around. We'll just sit here and
More
talk.
than everyone else there. You're the biggest piece of shit. You're the biggest piece of shit, Oriole. Protect your pedophiles.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a little non-campfire campfire.
Everybody loves those.
Disillusioned with us throwing the F-bomb back to them. And I can understand that. He said, Joe, I see that you just stay back. But I said, yes, it doesn't excuse what they're doing. But we all fall short. But you're right, it doesn't.
I had to tell my family to lock the doors and the soy boy army was coming. Stop doxing families and stop the people in wheelchairs. Wheelchair lives matter.
Let him roll.
Wheelchair lives matter. Wheelchair lives matter.
That's exactly what he was.
Wheelchair lives matter. You're a loser, Oriole. Thank God 1776 supports First Amendment rights and the Constitution. I support you, but I don't support pedophiles. Marcus Puppet, level 3 sex offender. Check out my man over there. I got the sex registry. Oriole, stop protecting pedals and stop doxing families. Her kids were terrified, you piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Piece of shit. Slapped him, yeah, I saw that. Slapped him, piece of shit. Ready to make a wheelchair. This is who you guys are on with. It's Fat Papa Joe. Why don't you do anything about the wheelchair?
Freedom!
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 Everybody come around. Let's do a campfire. A non-campfire campfire. Because we need lights. Have lights. Lights in them.
Welcome to the Soviet handshake tail.
Welcome back. I got my Incline your ear, O Lord, and answer me, for I am afflicted and needy. Preserve my soul, for I am a godly man. O you, my God, save your servant who trusts in you. Be gracious to me, O Lord, for you I cry all day long. Make glad the soul of your servant. For you, O Lord, I lift up my soul. For you, Lord, are good and ready to forgive, and abundant in loving kindness to all who call upon you. Give ear, O Lord, to my prayer, and give heed to the voice of my supplications. In the day of my trouble, I shall call upon you, for you will answer me. There is no one like you.
There is no one like you among the gods, O Lord, nor are there any works like yours. All nations whom you have made shall come and worship before you, O Lord, and they shall glorify your name. For you are great and do wondrous deeds. You alone are God. Teach me your way, Lord. O Lord, I will walk in your truth. Unite my heart to fear your name, and I will give thanks to you, O Lord, my God, with all my heart, and will glorify your name forever. For your loving kindness toward me is great, and you have delivered my soul from the depths of Sheol. O God, arrogant men have risen up against me, and a band of violent men have sought my life, and they have not set you before them. But you, O Lord, are a God merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and abundant in loving kindness and truth. Turn to me and be gracious to me. O grant your strength to your servant and save the son of your handmaid. Show me a sign for good, that those who hate me may see it and be ashamed. Because you, O Lord, have helped me and have comforted me.
Psalm 59.
I just read 86, 78 verses. Can I do 88?
Anybody else got a scripture they want to read?
21.
Come on up. Come on up. Come on. Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Deliver me from my enemies, O my God. Set me securely high away from those who rise up against me. Deliver me from those who do iniquity, and save me from men of bloodshed. For behold, they have set an ambush for my life. Fierce men launching an attack against me. Not for my transgression, nor for my sin, O Lord. For the guilt of mine, they run and set themselves against me. Arouse yourself to help me, and see, you, O Lord, God of hosts, the God of Israel, awake to punish all the nations, in mine it says the evil one, to do a gracious, to not be gracious to any who are treacherous in iniquity. They return at evening, they howl like dogs, and go around the city. Behold, they belch forth with their mouths. Swords are in their lips. For they say, who hears? But you, Lord, you laugh at them. You scoff at all the nations, the evil one. Because of his strength, I watch for you. For God is my stronghold.
And I got swear the day before. Stop telling lies. You guys are psychopaths. Or you're a piece of shit. You're going to go down in infamy with naked pedophiles. I am the defender of Ed. Find me on YouTube for making history.
What
The page 3.
Psalms 91, please. Joe, thank you for all you do this already. His cookie with soy milk. This order, his cookie with soy milk. Psalms 91,
And refuge in the day of my distress. O my strength, I will sing praises to you. For God is my stronghold, the God who shows me loving kindness.
Stop this live stream in the conference.
I'd like to pray about how we're coming out tonight.
I'm gonna do yours.
O Lord, in your strength the king will be glad, and in your salvation how greatly he will rejoice. You have given him his heart's desire, and you have not withheld the request of his lips. For you meet him with the blessings of good things. You set a crown of fine gold on his head. He asked life of you. You gave it to him. Length of days forever and ever. His glory is great through your salvation. Splendor and majesty you place upon him. For you make him most blessed forever. You make him joyful with gladness in your presence. For the king trusts in the Lord, and through the loving kindness of the Most High he will not be shaken. Your hands will find out all your enemies. Your right hand will find out those who hate you. You will make them as a fiery oven in the time of your anger. The Lord will swallow them up in his wrath. The fire will devour them. Their offspring you will destroy from the earth, and their descendants from among the sons of men. Though they intend evil against you and devised a plot, they will not succeed, for you will make them turn their back. You will aim with your bowstring at their faces. Be exalted, O Lord, in your strength. We will sing and praise your power.
You got one?
Don had one, his mom said.
One scripture, guys? One favorite scripture?
Little Tucky.
So, I got the estimate. We have a slot. Double the price of what so they did, like I said, they doubled the car. The estimate is double in half of what the car's worth. $4,000 for a chair.
You got some more range?
And spiritual warfare.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, I got 3 of them.
I'm upset when they don't know how to do that. The other officers.
Yeah, pretty close. I don't have my
I made a complaint, a formal complaint, very respectful.
When you wonder if evil is real, we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in this dark world, and against evil spirits in the heavenly places. That's 6:12. When you need a weapon to protect yourself from spiritual attack, the Word of God is alive and powerful. It is sharper than the sharpest two-edged sword, cutting between soul and spirit, between joint and marrow. It exposes our innermost thoughts and desires. Nothing in all creation is hidden from God. Everything is naked and exposed before His eyes, and He is the one to whom we are accountable. Hebrews 4:12-13. Because of His glory and excellence, He has given us great and precious promises. These are the promises that enable you to share His divine nature and escape the world's corruption caused by human desires. 2 Peter 1:4. My victory and honor come from God alone. He is my refuge, a rock where no enemy can reach me. Psalm 62. If you make the Lord your refuge, if you make the Most High your shelter, no evil will conquer you, no plague will come near your home. For He will order His angels to protect you wherever you go. They will hold you up with their hands hand, so you won't even hurt your foot on a stone. You will trample upon lions and cobras. You will crush fierce lions and serpents under your feet. Psalm 91. When you want to be on the winning side, you who love the Lord hate evil. He protects the lives of his godly people and rescues them from the power of the wicked. Psalm 97:10. Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on all of God's armor so that you will be able to stand firm against all strategies of the devil. Ephesians 6:10-11. I just wanted to share that last time I was here, but it's timely.
Rose, can you read Psalm 91:1?
I would love for you to read it.
I'll read it.
This is amazing. This dog.
He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust, for it is he who delivers you from the snare of the trapper and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his hands, and under his wings you may seek refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and bulwark. You will not be afraid of the terror by the night, or of the arrow that flies by day, of the pestilence that stalks in darkness, or of the destruction that lays waste at noon. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not approach you. You will only look on with your eyes and see the recompense of the wicked. For you have made the Lord my refuge, even of the Most High, your dwelling place. No evil will befall you, nor will any plague come near your tent. For he will give his angels charge concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. They will bear you up in your hands, that you do not strike your foot against the stone. You will tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion and the serpent you will trample down. Because he has loved me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him securely on high, because he has known my name. He will call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and honor him. With a long life I will satisfy him and let him see my salvation.
My Bible is open to that. I just read that today. Rose told me that today. Thank you guys for coming. Be safe going home. God bless you. What's that? All righty.
Thank you.
You guys be careful.
You're welcome, guys.
Anybody else got a Bible verse they want to read? Everybody's quiet.
Will you read us from Ephesians, the 6:10 through 20, David?
Psalms 31 real quick.
I'm not going nowhere. Leaving here, but I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah, sorry.
Find Psalms 31 for him, Rose.
Okay.
Now, if you come up here to read, let's see which one is it again?
Indra, first section. Before you get enter for the gifting zone, anonymous donor. Say, I will show you, join your string, show Ricky appreciate. All you have to
you got it. Never mind. He's got it. Read it out loud.
In you, O Lord, do I take refuge. Let me never be put to shame. In your righteousness, deliver me. Incline your ear to me. Rescue me speedily. Be a rock of refuge for me, a strong fortress to save me. For you are my rock and my fortress, and for your name's sake you lead me and guide me. You take me out of the net they have hidden for me, for you are my refuge. Into your hand I commit my spirit. You have redeemed me, O Lord, faithful God. I hate those who pay regard to worthless idols, but I trust in the Lord. I will rejoice and be glad in your steadfast love, because you have seen my affliction. You have known the distress of my soul, and you have not delivered me into the hand of the enemy. You have set my foot in a broad place. Be gracious to me, O Lord, for I am in distress. My eye is wasted with grief, my soul and my body also. For my life is spent with sorrow, and my years with sighing. My strength fails because of my iniquity, and my bones waste away. Because of all my adversaries, I have become a reproach, especially to my neighbors, and an object of dread to my acquaintances. Those who see me in the streets flee from me. I have been forgotten like one who is dead. I have become like a broken vessel, for I have heard the whisper of many, terror on every side. As they scheme together against me, as they plot to take my life, but I trust in you, O Lord. I say you are my God. My times are in your hands. Rescue me from the hand of my enemies and from my persecutors. Make your face shine on your servant. Save me in your steadfast love. O Lord, let me not be put to shame, for I call upon you. Let the wicked be put to shame. Let them go silently to Sheol. Let the lying lips be mute, which speak insolently against the righteous, in pride and contempt. Oh, how abundant is your goodness, which you have stored up for those who fear you, and work for those who take refuge in you. In the sight of the children of mankind, in the cover of your presence, you hide them from plots of man. You store them in your shelter from the strife of tongues. Blessed be the Lord, for he has wondrously shown his steadfast love to me whenever I was in a besieged city. I have said in my alarm, I am cut off from your sight, but you heard my voice, heard the voice of my pleas for mercy whenever I cried to you for help. Love the Lord, all you his saints. The Lord preserves the faithful, but abundantly repays the one who acts in pride. Be strong and let your heart take courage, all you who wait for the Lord.
Granddaddy, from the Psalms, you wanted me to read Psalms 23, 1 through 6. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in the green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of the righteousness for his name's sake. Verse 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the death. Correction. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely God, goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Talked to Tony today. Tony is a lot better. He has really been going through it. That chemical attack really messed him up. He said he'd like to come back down here, but he said, does it still smell down there at all? I said, yeah, there's still an odor here. He said, if I come down there, I don't think I could take it. He's been resting in a motel room for about 3 days now, and he needs a little bit more time before he tries to go home. I told him, I said, go home for a little while, spend some time with your family, and just heal up. So hopefully he'll be back soon. He said he loves you guys. he was really hurt. But you know, we've got to stay away for a while until the smell goes away. But yeah, just continue to pray for him. He's been in bad shape.
Well, he's a new enough Christian that thought the devil's going after him, trying to make him fall back, and all we can do is pray.
He, what's amazing about him is he is so dedicated to growing. It's, you know, it's so much. I get such pleasure out of watching somebody come into the fold and watching them learn and grow. He has, I mean, he's totally embraced this, and he wants to be a better man. I mean, it's amazing. I enjoy watching him grow so much.
God sort of share if you would.
She's got something. I can see it.
Oh, awesome.
What do you got?
Okay. Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Therefore, take up the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Stand therefore, having girded your waist with truth, having put on the breastplate of righteousness, and having shod your feet with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, with which you will be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked one. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God.
Amen.
Whoa! Never seen Joe move so fast. I love you, Joe. Back, Anna.
Anybody got something else? I like this. It's very peaceful. I want you to share the one when you actually got to DC when you met the fire department.
Talking about my friend Daniel, the firefighter?
No. The woman you first got to DC, not DC, in New York on 9/11, and you were praying about, share that one.
Tell me if you can't hear me, because I'll just try to be loud. So some of you know that God has really been doing incredible works in my life. He's been sending me places and taking me up on the fact that I prayed this prayer for so many years, saying from Isaiah, I heard the voice of the Lord, and he said, whom shall I send and who will go for us? And I said, here am I, send me. I really didn't think the Lord was going to take me up on that, and in his infinite wisdom, he has sent me to to many places to talk with many different people, pray with people, help people, be in disasters again and again. The first disaster he took me on was 20 years ago when he took me literally from my home in the West Coast, almost 3,000 miles across the country to work in Ground Zero on the day of 9/11. I literally left the day of 9/11 that evening after quite a bit of God moments and a lot of prayer that morning. I hadn't had TV for 7 years, so I basically had to rely on what my mom was saying, and I thought my mom was watching a movie or some strange show, because who would have thought that in our country that would be happening? Very many things happened throughout that day to get me to the point to actually leave by 6 o'clock that night on 9/11. I got to New York 3 days later, almost 3,000 miles, me driving by myself except for in the strength of the Lord. Most people do not drive close to 1,000 miles a day. It's just not possible, and the Lord was strengthening me throughout. What Santa was referring to, I got to New York, again, Friday the 14th. So much prayer, so many times where God was literally sending me on my way. I would have to stop and pray, and it got to the point, I got to New York, and I wasn't affiliated with any group. I didn't have anybody to go to. I didn't know a soul in New York. They have 10 million people there at the time, and I didn't know a person. But God convicted me, so I went. When I got there in New York, there was one time that I was literally standing on the sidewalk without any affiliation, because I had gone to places like the stadiums and the places where they were having firefighters, rescue workers come and shower and sleep and all that. I'd go and sign up, and nobody would call me back. I'd go and sign up somewhere else, and nobody would call me back. Well, we all know now that it was chaos in New York when that happened, and their communication systems many of them were down. Firefighters couldn't even communicate with other firefighters in this disaster, so a lot of what happened was just chaos. When I got to New York, there was a specific day that I was literally just crying out, saying, Lord, because the enemy was trying to convince me that I shouldn't be there, trying to get in my head and say I should just turn around and go back home. I was literally crying out, Lord, I know you sent me here. What do you want me to do? Please give me the next step. And it got to the point where I literally just had to stop, pray, and ask him, do you want to go this way? Do you want to go that way? I literally got to the point where I wouldn't get in my car and drive before I prayed. I wouldn't step out of the vehicle before I prayed. So this morning in particular, I prayed to go where, Lord, send me where you want me to go. I literally felt like he sent me to this one parking area. I had never been there before. This is New York City. There are tons of city streets and parking areas, and I had no idea. So I park at this place where I feel like the Lord led me, and I stop. Before I open my door, before I get out, I start to pray, because at this point I am convinced that unless I stop and ask him, I am not going to be doing the right thing or hearing the right direction to go. With my head bowed and my eyes closed in my vehicle, I am praying and saying, Lord, which way do you want me to go? I'm listening and trying to get the answer, feeling that he wants me to go in this certain direction. I start to get out of the car, and as I do, there's this car that has pulled up in the parking space in front of me and just parked there. I didn't realize it because I had my head bowed and my eyes closed, and as I got out of the car to go to the direction that the Lord is leading me, the man from the car in this very heavy New York accent says, where are you from? And I'm looking at him and I said, well, I'm from, I gave him my name and I told him I'm from Nevada, because that's where I left from. And he said, I saw your license plate. He says, why are you here? And so I'm explaining to him a little bit of the way God got me on the road, the way God convicted me so strongly, the way I had to, start to pray for every single thing. And he's looking at me and he says again and again, thank you. And he just keeps thanking me in this really heavy New York accent. And we talked for a little bit. We said our goodbyes. I went on my way. Again, the Lord is leading me this direction, I felt, so I'm heading in this direction. And he says, wait, I have something for you. And I'm thinking, okay. And I walked back between the cars, and he's getting something out of his vehicle. He pulls it out of his car and hands it to me. And it's basically like an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, but it's laminated. And he gives it to me and he says, here, put this in your windshield. They'll leave you alone. I don't know what that means, but I start to read on this page, and it's talking about the FDNY and how this is a firefighter's placard where this man was one of the higher-ups in the firefighter commission. His title was like a mile long. And he's giving me the firefighter's placard, which is like gold. Ask anybody in New York. It basically gave me permission to park anywhere in New York. If I could have parked my car on the top of the Empire State Building, it would have been okay because I had that in my possession. God put that man there because God knew that he had a plan for me. And God, again and again and again during this journey, God had me out from September 11th, that day, for months in New York. I was there for months. And I'm telling you, God showed up, God showed up, God showed up, God showed up again and again and again on this journey. And it's just so amazing to me because I am a nobody from nowhere. And I like to tell people where I come from because, people want to think that you have to be this whatever person, okay? I come from a town. When I grew up, the population that I grew up in was 150 people, okay? So I'm as small town as you can get just about. Again, a nobody from nowhere. I have a lot of brokenness in my life. I'm a person that is just a real human being. I'm not extra special. I'm not anything. I serve a God that is amazingly incredible and extra special and wonderful. And I cannot say enough incredible, wonderful things about this God I serve because he has just been such an amazing Abba Father, who continues to send me, little old me. I'm nobody. I can do nothing without him. Nothing. And for whatever reason, continues to send me to places where he wants me to talk to people.
You don't settle for violence. You defend yourself from violence at times. You
get attitude adjustments for me, but
Tim, I don't know how you got a wrench. Do you want me to get rid of it? I don't know who that is. So they were being loud. There's some over there. Mr. Ants is over there. Jersey J and the squirrels are down there. don't know what kind of crap they're wanting to pull tonight, but the cops talked to them and they've been pretty quiet since. You guys see the lightning bugs? Sorry, I don't have a lot of those. I think they're cool. Maybe.
Praise and worship that sin.
Takes care of all that for us. That's awesome. We appreciate it.
You guys are, my country's worth it, and you guys are worth it.
I know this is the weirdest thing, what I'm going to say. Thank you for taking the burden so much.
You guys are the heart and soul of it. I look at the sacrifices, and I get in trouble when I say this, but I wish everybody seen what I seen just today. Just today. In the last 24 hours. Amazing. We got, brother here, they asked him to be on security last night and hadn't slept all day, hadn't prepared himself for a night shift, and ended up working 2 shifts. It's amazing. It's amazing. Just a beautiful thing. I'm just honored to be a part of it. You guys are phenomenal. Got Patriot Q back there.
Yeah.
What's wrong with one, brother?
He is amazing. That's why I love hanging out here. I don't know how many people I've seen.
Would you like a pamphlet, honey, explaining our movement? Yeah.
I don't know, police are approaching them with papers.
About the permit applications for the next phase of the movement, and hey, God's got this.
Pray hard, power of God will make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah, we got back today, man. I had such a heavy press to pray. It's rare that I feel that intensity. You got to pray right now. And I went over to the motorhome. When I got back, I went to the motorhome. Mom and Pop was there, and I said, "You guys just stay right here. I got to pray." "Oh, we'll pray with you." And just the spirit of prayer entered into that motorhome, and I'm so much more relaxed and calm and at peace since that prayer. So prayer changes things. does. That's not just a flippant statement. That's a reality. That's a reality. So just keep doing what you're doing. Remember, don't engage with these people. Don't engage with them. Let them yak. Walk away. If they follow you, walk away some more. If they keep following you, go get a cop and say, hey man, I've walked all over this place and they keep getting in my face. So just try to stay cool, stay calm.
Ma's got surprised.
Oh yeah. Since
She did, Taco Joe just went over there, so.
did he?
Yeah.
They got cake over there for Taco Joe since
And
he's leaving.
pie. And pie.
And pie?
And pie.
Okay. And pie. Hey,
He's
wait
leaving
a
out,
minute.
I think either Wednesday or Thursday. So he's kind of a farewell to him.
I got an ice cold water.
Everybody grab some chairs and take with you, please, so we don't have to do it later.
Please grab chairs,
I will
guys.
grab some ice cold water, yeah.
And if, yeah. If anybody can grab an extra chair, that would be awesome. It's going down.
Dang, am I late for the meeting?
Yeah, you missed me.
What's going on over there?
A lot. You better get over there. Oh man, yeah, you're missing it. That's at least $1,500 on that one.
There's kids still trying to clean it. Maybe we should move them toward the inside.
What does that mean?
You know, just so if they were moving the sides from the
Yes, they are. Actually, they were setting them up inside the trailer.
So, what about the long ones up there?
We put on the back side. Okay.
Yes, this side of it.
I don't know, guys, but we have 5 police vehicles and police approaching our harassers with papers. Greatly appreciate Park Police. And we're around a bunch of people that love freedom.
What's going on, man? We got 5 cars here.
I know, they just approached them with papers. So I don't know. I ain't gonna go over there and stick my 2 cents in because that's not my style.
That's the way it looks like when they move in.
Yeah, but I don't think they're moving in on us.
No.
Not yet, but there's about 3 live streams you can turn on if you wanted to. Alright guys, sorry I was late for the meeting. I was stuck in traffic. I'm going to get off here for now. I'll see you guys later. God bless.